this morning. It's a pleasure to be back with you again this Thursday. I'm so happy to be here, and I just want to say hello to all of you guys that's out there, and a shout out to Cool TV for having me. I appreciate you. Today is a special day for all of us. It's Cool TV. Your daughter had a birthday yesterday, and we like to do a shout out to her today too. Happy birthday, baby girl! Alrighty, so let's get started. For those of you who have not seen the show, it started last week, and so here I am again this week, and I was just I would like to just tell you a little about me and about the show and what it's all about and what we are here doing. And so one of the things that we're doing is we want to talk about beauty, we want to talk about social justice, and we want to also speak on spiritual, the spiritual aspect of this, spirituality. And I'm just happy to be here. A little bit about myself. I'm Veronica Cox. My company name is LeSure Dupre. I've had LeSure Dupre since 1980. I started LeSure Dupre when I lived in Los Angeles, California. And I'm an entrepreneur. I like working for myself, and so I've done that the majority of my life. And I've worked for several companies, cosmetics company. I started out with a cosmetics company, and now I'm doing film. I've had my own cosmetics line called LeSure Dupre, and I had my full service salon in the West End area for many years. But before that, I had my boutique in Los Angeles, California. My first business was a sportswear boutique on Pico Boulevard between Crenshaw and Western Avenue, closer to Pico. Crenshaw. In fact, my shoe store, I had a shoe store also, and it was in the building where the Catch One, Jewel's Catch One. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Jewel. Her club was called Catch one of the first gay clubs in LA. And they gave her a hard time, but she prevailed for 40 years. She had this club. It recently closed a few years ago. But anyway, back to myself. So after doing the boutique, and I moved down south, and I started working with the stage plays. But even before that, I had a restaurant that I did chicken and fish. I specialize in chicken and fish in Birmingham. And then I started working with the stage plays. And I worked with somebody, what is that? What is the name of the show is Stop the Noise, Bring Back the Music, and it was another one with Delilah Williams. And I worked with Delilah, and we worked with some of the Temptations, and we worked with Eddie, what's his name? Edwards, Dennis Edwards. I traveled with Dennis Edwards, and we had a nice time. It was great. I enjoyed that. And then after that, I moved to Atlanta, and I started working with the Bronner Brothers. And from Bronner Brothers, I got me a kiosk in the West End Mall selling the LeSure Dupre products. And then after that, I started. I had my own full service salon, and we did a lot of different things there, massages and nails, and even to photography. We had a studio. And so I've been doing quite a bit. In fact, I was going to show you when I was working with I started out working with the cosmetics company back in the late 60s and early 70s. And I was working with a company called Ifram, and it was a line called Ifram and Blanche Calloway. This is my certificate from Blanche Calloway when I worked with the cosmetics company. I went through my classes, and this is the certificate that we received, and this is from way back in like 60, 69, 70. And Blanche Calloway is the sister to Cab Calloway. And so, and then everywhere we would travel, I travel all over the United States. We would have newspaper coverage and TV coverage, and had to cut tapes on radio and do things like that. And these are some of the articles that was written up about me and about the company. Because, like I said, every state that we went in, every city we went into, they had newspaper coverage, and it was just so much coverage. Every time I went in, it just got to be a regular thing, and I stopped collecting the papers. I wish I had continued to collect the articles, but it became a regular, normal thing. So I just ignored it, and now I wish I had all the articles because it was so many more than that. But it was a great experience. I enjoyed it. And so, and then after that, I got involved again with Brunner Brothers and doing my own thing. And now I'm with the movie business, have been a member of the union for several years, 11 years. I've been a member of the Local 798 out of New York. And so that's what I have been doing. And also, I'm an author. This is my book called Conquering Your Mountains. And it's about my life and the ups and downs of the do's and don'ts of life. And it's a motivational, inspirational book. And I would like for you to read it. And, you know, it talks about, I'm talking about a lot of things that I had to go through here in this life, because life is not easy, and it's a lot of hurt and pain and disappointments that we have to go through. But as long as we hold on to our dream and keep our faith alive and trust in God, we'll do okay. We'll make it out okay. But you got to hold on to your faith, and you got to keep trusting that this too shall pass, because it can get rough out there. I have been homeless. At one time in LA, I had gone through some stuff. And then another thing too, you got to watch people. You can't trust everybody. You got to really keep your eyes out for people who's looking to do you in, because people can pick up on your spirit. They pick up on your vulnerability, and they know when you have low self-esteem, because some of these people are professional as far as knowing who they could prey on. And me being naive, and I was sheltered when I was coming up. I was sheltered. We couldn't go outside the yard. You know, and if my mama came out and she was calling for you and you didn't hear her, then you were too far away. And then that meant you got a whipping. You see, so I stayed close to home. And then when I did leave home, I went to New York for the first time. And I stayed in New York, and it was just so many people in New York. It frightened me. I just couldn't do it. And so I stayed there a year, and I worked at a American Doll and Toy Company, a factory. And it was in Brooklyn. I traveled from Bronx to Brooklyn. At one time, I was living in Manhattan when I started out, but I ended up in the Bronx. And so I was traveling from the Bronx to Brooklyn. And anybody who knows New York knows that's a heck of a long ride on the train. But I did it, you know. And so then I left New York and came back to Birmingham, and then took off to San Francisco. And I was in San Francisco during the hippie era. And that was a great time. I enjoyed it, being with the Flower Children, and my first time, you know, where I could just really enjoy a city. And it was just a beautiful city. I had great friends, and we had a wonderful time. I enjoyed myself. And then I moved back to LA, and I was just like back and forth to LA to San Francisco. I didn't know which place I wanted to stay. So, but anyway, I did that, and I moved around quite a bit. I lived in Miami when I was with the cosmetics company. I was transferred from San Francisco to Miami, and then I lived there, and it was beautiful there, and hanging out with Blanche and Dorothy and a whole bunch of other people. With Dorothy Guy, who her husband played with Duke Ellington in his band, and we went to see Duke Ellington at he directed the Miami Symphony Orchestra, and invited us, and we went backstage and sat and talked with him. And I just, that was just a wonderful thing at that time to meet such a great icon, and just it was just fascinating to be in the same room with him. And then in LA, when I was in LA, I was a part of the Damascus Club. I was a member of the Damascus Club. I don't know if anybody knew anything about the Damascus Club, but the Damascus Club was a club that was started by actors, male actors back in the probably I don't know how far back it goes, about in the 50s or something. But anyway, they just needed a space where they could be alone and they have to be bothered with the public. So they had this club. It was a mansion that they made, and you had to be a member of it to go to this club. They had everything there, Oh, it was just a beautiful place. A restaurant, a tavern, and we a stage where we did vaudeville shows, and it was just a wonderful time. And then we had a big party where we roasted Jim Baker. He was the editor for the LA Times, and he wrote about the actors and stuff like that, and had a big roast, and all the stars was there. I have to bring you some pictures next time to show you all these stars that I was with at that time. Milton Berle was the president of the company of the club. He was the president of the Variety Arts, and I was a member of the Damascus, and later on the Variety Arts and the Damascus Club merged together. But so I've had a good life. I've been out there for a minute. But so much about me, and there's so much more to tell. And in my book, I would like for you to pick it up and read it if you will, because it will. And if you have children or young people who are going through things, please let them read this book, because it's about holding on to your faith. It's about holding on to your faith. You got to do that, because there are going to be some things out there in that street, out there in this world, that you're going to need faith to get you through it. There's no other way. And I just feel so sorry for the young people, because the internet and all this openness that they can now tune in on through Facebook and all these different technologies and all these different sites that you can go on, and kids are so cruel, and they can say mean things, and then our babies, if they're weak, they take it to heart, and so many of our young babies are committing suicide, and that's so disturbing, because now our young teenagers, they've been doing this. They've been committing suicide because of Facebook and all this stuff that's being out there. But now our younger babies are getting, their rate is going up. The percentage of our young people are going up. Our babies, like that's in junior high school and stuff, the rate is going up for suicide for them. And so we really do need to talk to our kids. We need to watch what they're seeing, make sure we monitor their TVs, their telephone, if you have it. If they have one, make sure you know what's on there, who they're talking to, and just be mindful of what's going on in the world with these babies, because these are our future. These kids are our future, and we need them to be strong. And so we need to talk to them. We need to pray with them, and we should just let them know that the only thing that is important to you or with you is what you think about you, and make sure you're in good standards with God, and make sure you're a good human being, you see. And if somebody is bullying you, report it, but don't you be a bully because they're a bully, you see, because then you got to pay for that, you see, like they got to pay for it. So just talk to our children, and make sure that they can be strong, and make them strong. Don't put them down, beat them down, talk about them, stuff like that. If they're doing things and stuff that you don't like, talk to them about it. And if they do something that is nice, a good, give them encouragement and pat them on the back and let them know that, that's a great job. You did good. I'm proud of you, because we need that. They need that too, just as much as they need that beat down. When you praise them, that goes further than a beat down. So talk to your kids, encourage them, and just say good things about them. If you have to just if they just do something small, make it something big. Say, oh yeah, that's great, you did a great job. They appreciate that. But we need to talk to our kids, and especially now that they're at home, and so they now really on the phone a lot now. So it's a lot of stuff going on because it's a lot of adults on this phone too. And then and we're getting into all of this false news, as your president called it, false news. But there are a lot of things out there that is being put out there that is not true. And then here we are taking it to heart, and that's what's happening to our country right now. Is just a lot of false information out there, and people are reacting to it. So it's praying time. It's time for you to put on your full armor of God and girt yourself up, because we're in a war, and the only thing that's going to save us is prayer. And so I'll talk some more about that at the end, but I just want to bring it up about what's going on. And we just got to be very careful with this pandemic that we're going through, and be very safe, and wear your mask, do what you're supposed to do for you, not only for you to be safe, but for others around you to be safe. And so we just got to take this thing serious, because it is serious as a matter of life and death. So, but today I want to talk to you about skincare, the importance of skincare, and the foundation. Now, when you are getting ready to put on your makeup, even before putting on makeup, you got to make sure you have good skin. You have prepped your skin. You've taken care of your skin. One of the things that when I was in the business, when I used to travel around, and I used to go to schools, and they would bring kids to the mall, wherever I would be doing a demonstration. They would bring the kids over. And but most of the things, I wouldn't talk to the kids about the makeup. I would talk to the kids about skincare, because skincare is very important, even when you're in junior high school or in high school especially. You need a good skincare regimen, because you got all these acne and different things, and you need to take care of your skin. And so this is what I would talk to them about. And so this is what I want to talk to adults about today, is skincare. I don't care how old, how young you are, you need to take care of your skin. I today don't have any makeup on. I did try to put a little stuff on my eyebrows and stuff like that, and just a little on my eyes, but I made sure I didn't put on any makeup, because I wanted to just do a little demonstration on foundation and prepping the skin. So anyway, so the first thing that I would suggest when you about skin, to take care of your skin, is to make sure, if you're wearing makeup, clean your makeup. Clean your makeup off every night. There are some makeup pads that you can get. Neutrogena sell those makeup removing pads. They're very good. I had some. I don't know where I put it, but anyway, they're some makeup removing pad. Don't have to be Neutrogena. It can be any of them. Excuse me, but you do need to remove your makeup every night. So that would be the first thing I would do, just make sure my makeup is gone. And then my second thing I would do is I would get me a cleanser. I have a deep cleanser here. I like Neutrogena because it's cheap. You can buy it at Walmart and stuff like that, and I like it. So I would use my cleanser to cleanse the skin and get all that makeup off your skin that you have on, whatever's left behind with the Neutrogena, the makeup pad remover. Then you cleanse your skin with the cleanser and clean. So you just put it on, take it off. I won't put it on today because I've already cleansed my skin. and just put it on, take it off, and then you want to use a toner. Now we used to use a astringent freshener, but use a toner. Just put it on a cotton ball or some kind of soft cloth and tone your skin. And just it closes up your pores. One open the pores, another one closes back up and tighten your skin back up. And then after that, then you want to put on you a good moisturizer. You can use one at night and you can use one in the daytime. I use this one sometimes, and then I use the Neutrogena one too also. So it's up to you, whatever you can afford. Just make sure you put some moisture on your skin. It does not matter if you have oily skin or not. Oil, the moisturizer is not oil. It's like water. It's putting like water into your skin. It's perking your skin, pumping your skin, and giving life to your skin. So we all need a moisturizer on our face. Every time before you put on any makeup or anything. At night you put on your moisture, and at day. Now sometimes you can have a moisture, like I do use a different type of moisture at nighttime because I want it heavier and more creamier at nighttime. And so I use a different one at night, and then I use a one that's lighter during the daytime. And so it doesn't matter again because I'm not pushing anybody's product. I'm just telling you, you need a moisturizer. You can use a day or night. If you can't get both, then just use the one. But make sure you put a moisture on your skin every day. I mean, you know, I'm proud of my skin for my age. I'll be 76 come November, so I'll be, you know, that's you know, that's not a little, you know, 76 is a milestone. So and to have the skin that I have, I'm very happy with it. And like I say, I do take care of my skin. And another thing I do at least once a week, I'm going to give myself a facial scrub. I scrub my face. In fact, I take the Neutrogena deep scrub, and I mix coffee grinds with it. And I just stir the coffee grinds up, mix it with the Neutrogena foam, and then I just put it all over my face and just scrub all over my face, the coffee grind and the scrub. And then I take it off, you see, and then go back and cleanse, tone. And, you know, I first get a cloth, a warm cloth, and after I take the coffee grind off, I wipe my face with a warm cloth. And then I go into the cleansers and the toner, and then the moisturizer. So those things you do need to do. And then another thing you need to do is do a mask. I don't care what the name of the mask, what kind of mask it is, but you need a facial mask. I used to sell one in my line that you put on and you peel it off. I loved it, but I don't have it anymore, so I just go to the drugstore and get me a mask. Make sure you have a mask to put on your face. And you can do this like once a week, twice a month. It doesn't matter, but as long as you give yourself a facial mask at least once a month. You do need to do that at least once a month. And just and you'll be surprised of your skin. Once you start taking care of your skin, you know you have to prep. You have to take care of it. In order to have good skin, you have to, you know, work it. You have to work at it, you know. Because I see a lot of the young people who don't take the time to really take care of the skin and stuff. And I'm just saying, and some of these young people, you know, I just, Lord have mercy, you know. What are they thinking, you know, because this is the only skin you have. And you got to put moisture in it. You got, even your body, you know, lotion your body all over, you know. Put some oil lotion. I see some ashy. I'm walking around. Wait a minute. These kids too young to be walking around ashy like this. You know, take the time to take care of yourself, because it's the only body you have. That's the only skin you have. So you really need to work on taking care of it, you see. And so like this is the line of, this is what I have to tell you about the cleansing and taking care of your skin. The skin care is very important, more important than makeup, because one of the reasons why I say that is because myself, I don't like a lot of makeup, and I don't put on a lot of makeup because at my age, like I said before, our skin is okay. We don't have to really do a lot to our skin, so we really don't have to wear a lot of stuff that's going to hide different blemishes and stuff like most people or young people will have to do, because when they wearing all this makeup, they're trying to hide something. But when you reach a certain age, your skin is pretty good, so you're not trying to hide anything. So you don't have to wear a lot of makeup. And then in the foundation, we have several different types of foundation, but some of the popular foundations are the liquid foundation and the cream foundation and the stick, and then we have the powder foundation. Okay, so now the liquid is one of the most popular is the liquid foundation, but the cream foundation and the stick foundation is very popular too, because they hide a lot of the blemishes and different things that you might have going on in your face. It hides it. So this is why a lot of people wear cream foundation or the stick foundation. Me myself, if I'm in a hurry and I don't, I don't have to do a lot to myself, I like to do the powder foundation, because the powder foundation, you can just put it on and it just goes on real smooth. I'm gonna just, but first before I put that on, we need to prep our skin. What we do, I'm gonna show you here about the primers. We have different primers. We have the primers like it takes the shine, the oil. It keeps your makeup on, and it don't just wash off your face. So we have the primer. In fact, I had another thing I need to put up here. Oh, I have it. Yeah, primer. You got to prime your face. You prime your face. You want to put the primer in the areas that are most oily, like across your forehead and down the bridge of your nose, depending upon what your skin type is, because there are like about several different skin types. We have the oily skin, and people with the oily skin, mostly you would like a powder foundation. And then we have people with the dry skin, they like the liquid or the cream foundation. And then we have the combination skin. So with the combination, you can use either. And but when you have oily skin, combination skin, you want to put in the T-zone area, you want to apply your primer to the T-zone area, the primer that is made to be like a pad, those tissue pads that we use to blot the oil out of our skin. This is where primer come in. It's like that. It keeps the oil down. So you want to use a primer, and then we even have a primer for your eyes, that some have color in it, that you put on your eyes and put it on before you put your makeup on, and it makes the makeup stay on longer. It goes on better, and it lasts longer. It stays on all day. So these are some of the primers that we have that you need when you applying your makeup. Make sure you put your primer on your skin when you make up. And then another thing too, you got your highlights and your shadow. You got your contouring and your concealer. You want to do concealer. So we have different types of concealers that you can use for your face. But like I was saying, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I do wear concealer, and then I do some corrections with the Pro that I use. And I like this because, and then this is the one that we use on the set. We use this one because it had a lot of blemishes and things like that. And then you can mix, colors and stuff like that. So, and making up on the set is quite different than making up for every day, because we go through a lot of things on the set to make you have to look a certain way, and you got to pop. And so we have to go through a lot of stuff. But when you yourself just doing your makeup at home, and you just like every day, I believe in doing something to myself every day. I'm not just going to walk out like I walked out today without anything on. Well, that's not me. I like to put something on me, and most time I just use this. I just use these. I hardly use the makeup. I just use this. Now on a Sunday I'll go in, a little heavier on with the makeup, but during the day, every day I wear just the concealer, and it works fine for me. So, so I'm going to get started. I'm just going to put a little primer on. just to just take a little bit. You can dab it on your fingers and just, you know, you don't need much. Just need a little bit. Just dab it on your fingers and just go into these areas. I can use this one. And around your eye area, you know, wherever you see it, and then in your T-zone, you know, just put it in there and just kind of wipe it out, wipe it around, wipe it around. You know, you don't have to use your, you know, your whole face. If you do, you can just put it on, and then just blend it all out, and then just, you know, but you don't have to use a lot. You know, you don't want to use a lot, and just go all through your face, blending it and smoothing it out. You know, and then I have one here for the eye area, but I'm not doing eye makeup today, so I won't use the one that I have for the eye area. I'm just going to demonstrate a little of the foundation as to, you know, I want to do one side with the cream, and I'm going to do another side with powder. And again, again with the concealer, you can put your concealer on, and then you can put your foundation on top of the concealer, or you can do it vice versa. It's on you, however you want to put your concealer on. And then prepping the skin, like I always like to use this, like say for instance I got dark spots here, and then I want to pop this up and pop that up. So I go in with my my orange colors here, because the orange, it takes out the darkness, the dark, your black, it just takes it all out, and just you just take it, and I'm gonna just prep a little bit here. You don't need much, just a little bit, and make sure you just, when you put it in, just, you know, go and see if I can see better with this mirror closer. Yes, this is better. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just like, see I have these, and people my age, and that's why I'm saying I wanted to talk to people that 50 and over, because we have a lot of little things that we need to fix, and so even in fixing it, you still don't have to wear a lot of makeup, but you can like go in here and where, and just go there and put those lines there, and then you can just either get your blender brush, or you can get you one of these little sponges and kind of like, kind of pat it in, you know. And then here I put it here because I have dark spots here, and so I just paint it in here and go up in there and paint it all around here, because you want to take that darkness out of your eyes, you know, because it makes your eyes look like sunken in, you know, and that makes you look older. So you don't want that. You don't want that. And so, and then here is another area where I go in. Again, see, I'm not using too much of the product because you don't need a lot. Just go in there and bring that here like that. And see, and that will take that from looking so deep in this smile line here, and just kind of pat it out, and see, and you can see the difference between this side and that side, see? So, but again, if you need more, go back up in there and put it in there. And then another area where I have dark spots is right up in here. So again, what I do is just I go up in here and pat it. Now we do this a lot in the business, because we, you know, we come into contact with people who have a lot of different things going on, and you have to fix it. So we will just put that right here, and that's why we use this one, because we can mix it and get the color we need. But I don't have that kind of time right now to do this, so I'm just going to do a little bit to just show you. So the darkness is gone now. So it's hid, and if you see it, you can just go back and tap a little area where you see something is still there, you know, or you can use your beauty blender too, you know, so either one is good. So yeah, so use that, and so that is that, and see, So, so this side, to me, it looks better because all the side, this, all the darkness is gone. And then another thing too, people my age, I have this problem. For some reason, I turn dark here. So then again, I use this. I go around here and I fix it. Everywhere I see something dark, I go and fix it. You see, and just put it in, paint it on. Then you can use your blender brush again, your blender sponge, and just pat it in. Pat it in. And there it's gone. And then after you do that, now what you can do is you can use your high depth powder to kind of set it. You can set it. You know, so just use a little bit, just a little high depth to kind of set it. I'm going to do the powder area first. Okay, after you set it in these areas, then now what I would do is I would go in and put a powder foundation here. So I would take another sponge here and just go, just dap it and just go, dap, 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 dap. And see, I don't too much like a lot of powder foundation for people my age because it dries the skin. It makes you look matted, too matted. And I like some shine to come through. I like the shine to come through. So I just take the brush and just brush it. And see, and there you got a good, so you can see the difference between the two sides. You can see the difference. See, so anyway, all my darkness here is gone. All my darkness there is gone. You see, and so I'm prepped, and here around here, you know, just it's gone. See, so you're now ready. Okay, so now I do the second side, and just brush it. See, it's gone. And so now my second side, I'm going to do it with a cream foundation. Okay, I'm going to have to prep it the same way. I'm going to prep with get rid of the darkness in here, all around here, and here. Already done there. So, yeah, so we're going to do that. And these are the different foundations. But for my senior citizens and it's a simple way to do this. I'm one day I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3 like how I do at home, and be finished with it. Because like I said, when I'm at home, every day my everyday makeup that I put on, it takes me less than 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I'm just going to do a dip, doop, doop like this, like I'm doing, and then I don't spend a lot of time, but because I want it natural. I want it natural. I don't want nobody to say, oh, she's wearing makeup. So that's why I just do with the Pro concealer. I just use this, and that's it. And my pencil and a little mascara and some lips. And that's that. So, okay, so we done that. And then here I go again. I'm going to do here all this darkness that's around here, because the orange and the red cast out the dark, the black. So when you got dark spots or dark demarcations in your skin, go get you some some orangey concealer. Get you some of this, some Orange Pro, and just put it on and hide all of that. Hide all of that. all in there. Go all up in there. See, and it's gone already. It's gone already. So that's how you hide all of that. Because sometimes these things come from, they say different things might be going on in the body that cause this color to come up in your jaw, right up in here. I notice a lot of black people have this problem, especially on men. I see it a lot on men, but I hear it has something to do with something going on with the body. But anyway, so that is that, and this is what I did with the foundation for the. So now I'm going to use a cream foundation. Okay, I'm going to take a MAC here. And again, too, like I said, it doesn't matter about what brand you use. Okay, I'm going to. I already prepped my face with the primer. So right now, I'm going to just take a little of this concealer. And I like to, for some reason, I like to put my cream foundations on with a brush. I had some, what it is, 244. I didn't bring it, but anyway, let's try. And then another thing too with my business is I like to mix my colors because one color don't fit all, and so I like to mix colors. Yes, so but again, we can't do that here. It takes a lot. So, but anyway, I'm just putting on some cream foundation over what I have here, and I like the cream because it gives shine. You see, it don't make your skin look dry, and when you look dry, it makes you look old to me. So, yeah, so anyway, I take it and just pat it all in there. Pat it all around the smile line and all around the chin area, and just pat it in there. And then what you can do after you do that, then get your beauty blender and just kind of, go back again and just work it in the skin, work it, and that's it. And there we go about our little. So you have your foundation. One is powder and the other one is cream. And then what I would do after that is to set it again, so it don't slide out your face. Again, too, I said I don't like a lot of powder, but then, if you want to just take some of that shine out, just powder it a little bit, like so. And then another thing, too, I like to do is just go back and kind of blend it like so. Get your brush and just blend it, blend it, blend it. And that's that. Then once you got that, it's like getting your canvas. You fix your canvas. Now you're ready to start with your colors, like your eye colors and different things like that. So this is my little demonstrations on foundation. We have the cream foundation, we have the powder foundation. I didn't use the stick and the cream, it's just one and the same almost. And then the liquid foundation, everybody knows, how to use that, and it's good for people who don't have a lot to hide. And but I like the cream for myself, and then if I'm in a hurry, I like the powder. And so that's what we have here today. And then after you make yourself up, put yourself together, all your eyes and everything else, and then that's when you use your spray to hold your makeup, your finishing spray. So we use this at the very end, and this lasts all day. It holds your makeup in place, and you don't have to worry about it. And you can move around or whatever, but this finishing spray helps hold your makeup in place. And so that's what we talking about today. And so, but we don't have a lot of time left, but I did want to talk to you about where are you as far as in your spiritual world, in your spiritual world. How do you feel? Do you Do you feel safe? Do you feel at ease? Do you know that God is with you? Do you know that you don't have to worry about anything? Do you know with all of this that's going on, it's a reason and a purpose for it? Do you know that God is in the midst of all of this, and all of this, he knows what's going on because he's over all of this. And you know, every time he wants your attention, when we are gotten so busy in the world doing this, that, and the other, you know, and so God have to get your attention. So everything he makes everything come to a streaking halt. Okay, I need your attention. So something is getting ready to go down, but God is getting ready to change things, and he needed our undivided attention, and I think he has gotten it. You know, so just stay prayed up, stay, and just keep knowing that God knows what's going on. He's in the midst of it. He needs for you to pray. He needs for you to take him serious, put him first, and know that he got you. You don't have to worry about anything. But when you worry, then don't pray. If you pray, don't worry. But just know God got you, and you don't have to worry about all this, because why worry about something you can't do anything about? You see. And if you trust in God and you're a child of the Most High God, what he wants you to do is to pray, and pray for your brothers, your sisters, and for all of these hurt people that is in the world that is hurting people, because people are mean right now, and they around here just hurting people because they have so much pain in their heart, and they need help. We need to pray for them. I mean, I don't care, it's family members or what, because your family members hurt you worse than the people in the street. So your biggest pain can come from the people that is closest to you. So we got to pray for our family members. We got to just love on them in spite of how horrible we think they are. We got to just love them, because there's a disconnect with the spiritual world, and we got to pray that we all get connected back to the spiritual world, because that's the only thing that's going to save us. And there's no other way out of this without going through the spiritual world. So let's get it together, you guys, and let's pray for one another, and know that God is real, and know that God got you, and know that you don't have to worry about anything if you trust in God. But if you don't trust in him, then it's time to worry. It's time to be scared. It's time to be nervous and scared, because then you're not connected. And the only way you're going to get connected is just have full confidence and just let go, and let God come in and just take you and rescue you. You just feel like you know he got you in his arm. You know you're covered, because Jesus died and he went to the cross that you can have everlasting life, eternal life with him. And so you got to just feel it, know it, and just relax regardless of what's going on around you. You can't do anything about it anyway, but you can vote. You can do that, you see. So let's make that a point. We can do that because God wants you to do that, you know, because this is important that we do that to make that step. You make a step, God will make some steps, but we got to make some steps. And I feel our steps is to step to the vote box, the ballot box. Go in there and vote. Those are our steps that we got to do. But God got us, honey. So let's not worry about anything, because he got us. We in his hand, and we don't need to be worried about nothing. But just wake up every morning, be grateful, be thankful, be humble, and be loving. And that's all he asks of you. You see. But don't be no mean person, because you got to pay for that. You know, what you put into the world will come back. So put good out there. Do some good things. What they say, some what they say, do some good, do some bad, good stuff. Yeah, do some bad, good stuff, as John Lewis would say. You know. But anyway, this is my time for today, and I have enjoyed being with you, and I look forward to being with you next week, and I hope that I have helped you in some kind of way or another. And next week we're going to talk about something else. I don't know what it would be. Probably, well, I'll decide, but I'll let you know. Next week we will be back again, and I hope you have enjoyed this, and I've enjoyed being here. And do get the book and read it, and it's very, very inspirational. And one day I'm going to talk about some things that's in the book. But until then, I'm going to be closing out and hope to see you again. But until then, God bless you. You take care of yourself and know that God loves you and God is love and we are His children and we have to love because we are part of Him. And if you're not loving, you're not a part of Him. So you're either with Him or you're not. So you got to think about what God are you serving. Are you serving evil spirits, which is Satan's, or are you serving God? You see, so that's your choice, because whoever you're serving on this earth, that's who you're going to serve when you leave up out of here. So make it a point to know who you're serving. Okay? You take care. God bless you. I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best. And know that God loves you too. You take care, and I'll see you next week.